A smartwatch costs considerably more than a fitness band. In this case, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 costs 4 times the Xiaomi Mi Band 6. So which one should you buy? Goedendag, weer DHRME. Dope hair requires much exuberance.
When you're looking at a 4 times price difference, you're bound to miss something. So let's start with the ecosystem you end up in. The Mi Band comes pre-installed with apps and you have to live with what you get. This helps with decision fatigue, but the Galaxy Watch runs on Google's Wear OS. So you not only get apps from Samsung that they've pre-installed, but you also get access to the Google Play Store. Apps like Spotify, Stowcard, or Google Maps, all yours for the taking. Downside, it only works with Android phones. So if you've taken a bite from the forbidden fruit, steer free of the Galaxy Watch. A huge deal though is that the Mi Band works with phones running iOS and Android.
Now both wearables want to keep you in their ecosystem and have developed their own proprietary app, Samsung Health and Mi Fit. Both apps are reasonably intuitive to use. On the Mi Fit app, you can configure the band settings and view health information. For the Galaxy Watch, you'll need to first install the Wear app, which is used to configure the watch settings, and then use the Samsung Health app to view health information. We like the one-stop shop experience on the Mi Band better here. Another reason we like the Mi Fit is that it can connect to Google Fit or Apple Health, allowing you to export health data to it. The Samsung Health app can do it too, but you'll need to use a third-party app called Health Sync or whatever in order to do that, with all the risks that come with third-party apps, of course.
And since we're on the topic of health data, and that's probably a major reason you're looking into these devices, let's run down what you get. Similar fitness and health features. The Galaxy Watch and Mi Band can automatically detect if you're in a workout. You can also select your workout from the watch like a caveman. The Galaxy Watch supports more workout types than the Mi Band. For example, sports like golf, tennis, or squash can be tracked on the Galaxy Watch. But also bodyweight exercises like push-ups or sit-ups and weight training exercises like arm curls or bench presses are only found on the Galaxy Watch. Basic fitness data such as heart rate, calories, step counting, and heart zones are captured on both wearables. And when you do a specific exercise like running, you also get extra information about statistics like your speed, cadence, pace, and altitude. However, on the Galaxy Watch, you get even more because there are advanced running metrics which give you insight into your running form so as to coach you to become a better runner. You also see more explanatory info in the app when it comes to heart rate zones and maximum oxygen intake, so you're not left wondering whether you paid enough attention in biology class. Are you someone who prefers to leave their phone at home and just take your fitness tracker with you for outdoor workouts like running or cycling? Then you'll be disappointed to hear that the Mi Band doesn't have GPS on board, meaning you'll need to take your phone with you. The Galaxy Watch, on the other hand, has no problem being temporarily separated from your phone. We tested by running outdoors and playing squash indoors.
Where else do you play squash?
What I mean is that we tested an indoor and an outdoor activity and technically set it up as badminton instead of squash since the Mi Band didn't have a workout preset for squash. And boy, were the results interesting. Here's the data side by side. In general, they're comparable when you look at the bigger picture. Remember, these aren't precision tools, so if you want that, look elsewhere. But if we look at the data in general, we see that the Galaxy Watch shows a higher step count. The Mi Band, though, consistently shows a higher calorie count, measures slightly longer distance, as well as a higher maximum and average heart rate. Which makes us think the Mi Band is great if you're looking for your wearable to boost your confidence.
Let's move on from fitness to general health monitoring because that's less work than working out. Both offer the basics you've come to expect like sleep tracking, measuring heart rate and blood oxygen saturation. You can also have them measure stress, female cycle tracking, and even help out with breathing moments. In the sleep tracking department, we noticed that relatively the Mi Band measured longer light and deep sleep and shorter time for REM sleep and being awake. Apart from these common health features, the Galaxy Watch 4 offers some more. You can measure what they call body composition, which sends a weak electric current through your body, don't worry, it won't shock you, to measure your body fat percentage and muscle mass. Now in our testing, we got it to work consistently initially, but later on, this feature just doesn't seem to work for us. So this is something to keep in mind. You can also use the Galaxy Watch to check your heart rhythm by creating an electrocardiogram or an ECG. And yes, there is more. You can also measure your blood pressure, but remember the ECG and blood pressure features only work if you have a Samsung phone. And you need a blood pressure monitor every so often to configure your watch. That's a bit annoying.
Now, while all these fitness and health features may make you feel and look better, hopefully, how do these devices look on you? Let's talk design. The Mi Band isn't winning any beauty pageants, that's for sure. Its design is as generic as it gets when you think of a fitness band. A simple plastic oval-shaped device with a silicone strap. You can only buy it in black, but get separate straps in different colors to change up the look. It's worth noting that the Mi Band weighs half that of the Galaxy Watch at only 13 grams. The Galaxy Watch, however, looks, well, it looks like a watch, meaning it's got a classy look and really gives off some fuckman vibes. The watch case is made from aluminium and is available in 3 different colors along with a wide variety of strap choices. You also get the option of a 40 or 44mm case size. The extra cost on the Galaxy Watch does give you some industry quality standards like the military standard 810G, which means the watch has survived several tests in a range of environmental conditions. You also get IP68 water and dust resistance for heavy workouts and 5 atmospheric rating, which means it is suitable for swimming in shallow water, but not for diving. The Mi Band does not come with any universally accepted ingress or IP ratings. It does have a 5 atmospheric water resistance, meaning it should be fine for shallow water swimming as well. The Mi Band might be a lightweight when it comes to its weight, but it's not lightweight in the battery department. We got around 5 days on a single charge with high frequency heart rate monitoring on and automatic workout detection. It doesn't have always on screen though, so we set the screen timeout period to 10 seconds. The Galaxy Watch with the always on display is a one-day watch and can last you the day and night, including sleep tracking. That is not what she said. We found ourselves popping it on the charger first thing every morning. That's also not what she said. And speaking of that charger, you get a charging puck which works well, but the magnets aren't very strong. But the magnetic force is strong on the Mi Band. It's so strong that it has no problem sticking to whatever it can find. What both these wearables do have in common is that beautiful AMOLED display, which is a pleasure to look at. The Galaxy Watch does have a 530 pixels per inch, whereas the Mi Band has 326. We think they both look great in day-to-day use, but for the pixel peepers amongst us, this will be noticeable side by side.
A feature we generally appreciate despite it being at the cost of battery life is an always-on display because it's convenient to be able to glance over to check the time and other information. As we said before, the Galaxy Watch offers this, but the Mi Band doesn't, which means you'll need to raise or tap the screen to wake it up. The Mi Band compared to the Galaxy Watch is also a bit slower to wake the screen when you raise your wrist. And if you don't like the design of the watch face on the Mi Band, you can head over to the app and choose from several different ones, even including anime characters if that's something you're into. But that's where your choice ends. To be honest, the default watch face was the best out of the bunch because of the number of complications and readability, so we ended up sticking to that one. You can customize some of the complications, but you can't install any third-party ones. So if you're a tweaker and love to customize things, then the Galaxy Watch opens up a whole new world for you. Samsung includes several watch faces with tweakable complications. Because the watch is built on Wear OS, you can grab one of many third-party options from the Google Play Store. We'll link the one we're using down below. Now let's talk about that vertical display and, vertical TikTok. Hey, maybe you can get a TikTok app. Come on, Xiaomi, make it happen. Anyway, that shape blends into the band, making it look like a bracelet, but it is far from ideal to read text or notifications on it. Almost feels like there's one word per line. The Galaxy Watch, at least the 40mm version that we have, doesn't give you a great deal of screen real estate, but it is far more usable compared to a fitness band. If reading notifications on the wrist is your thing, then the Mi Band might not be a good choice. The text is small and you don't get the option to change the font size. The Galaxy Watch has 3 font sizes to choose from.
So, what else can you do with these glass devices strapped to your wrists? A few differences you will notice is that the usability on the Galaxy Watch is just easier than on the Mi Band. You can do a lot of the same things like media controls, seeing notifications, changing settings, like the ringer or turning on the flashlight. But getting to these settings is just a lot more intuitive on the Galaxy Watch. Media controls automatically pop up when you play music on your phone, and swiping from the top gets you to the quick settings. On the Mi Band, you really need to search for them, sometimes even deep in the settings. And like mentioned before, the power of having Google's wearable operating system on the watch means certain conveniences are noteworthy. A major one that comes to mind is that you can start navigation on Google Maps on your phone, put it away in your pocket, and continue walking or cycling to your destination by just looking at the little map on your watch. And let's talk about notifications. Yes, you get notifications on both devices, but there are some serious differences. The Mi Band gives you notifications very quickly, but it is a hassle to cycle through them because you have to scroll through each notification before you can see the next one. On the Galaxy Watch, however, you can see each notification on a separate screen. If you're too lazy to grab your phone, then you can interact and respond to messages straight from the Galaxy Watch. This also includes making and receiving calls on the watch itself, since it's equipped with a speaker and microphone. You cannot do any of this on the Mi Band, so it's view only. Might be a good thing if you're working on your self-restraint.
We talk a lot about wireless audio products on this channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. But we're happy for one to see that you can connect wireless headphones or earbuds straight to the Galaxy Watch if you want to listen to music or make phone calls. And if you're fed up with talking to people, then you can also call up your voice assistant, which unfortunately is Bixby. You can get Google Assistant, but there's some shady, hacky sideloading work that you're gonna have to do. Yeah, Samsung still needs to keep you in their ecosystem in some way apparently. The Mi Band doesn't have any voice assistant on it except for the Mi Band 6 NFC, which comes with Alexa. However, that NFC version is only available in limited countries. Another feature which isn't available on the regular Mi Band is contactless payments, whereas the NFC version has a partnership with MasterCard. On the Galaxy Watch, you can use either Samsung Pay or you can also install Google Pay. And if you've got some extra credit on that credit card and you tend to leave your home without a phone, you can opt for an LTE enabled version of the Galaxy Watch. It obviously costs more, but you can have it independently connect to an eSIM to make calls or listen to music, etc.
So what does this all mean to you if you're looking to adorn that wrist of yours with a brand new piece of technology? Well, money talks here. For a quarter of the price of the Galaxy Watch, the Mi Band is fantastic value for money. You get so many of the features like notifications, media controls, fitness, health, and sleep tracking, all in a sleek form factor that lasts several days on a single charge. And it works on either an iPhone or Android phone. However, if you're on Android and don't mind charging a wearable every day, then the Galaxy Watch could make sense. It's a true Fakman device that can work standalone, allowing you to interact with notifications and make or receive calls. It also has more advanced fitness and health tracking features. And finally, there's just more customizability and usability options to satisfy almost anyone.
You've been putting up with hairy wrists, and we've been DHRME. Namaste.